biggest arenas sold out by Nigerian artists outside Africa, outside the shores of Africa. Number one on the list is Burnaboy, the Odogu himself. He sold out State Farm Arena, Atlanta. The capacity of the arena is 21,000. Number two on the list is also Burnaboy, Madison Square Garden, New York City, with a capacity of 20,700, sold out by Burnaboy too. Number three is Accor Arena, Paris, also sold out by Burnaboy. The capacity is 20,300. Number four on the list, we have Machala. We have Wizkid, the O2 Arena, London. The capacity is 20,000. Number five on the list, we have the O2 Arena, sold out by Davido, 20,000. And number six on the list, the O2 Arena, London, sold out by the Odogu himself, Burnaboy, the giant of Africa. The capacity, as I said earlier, of the O2 Arena is 20,000. Number seven on the list is still Burnaboy. He sold out the Toyota Center Houston with a capacity of 18,300. Number eight on the list is still Burnaboy. He sold out the Hollywood Bowl, Los Angeles, with a capacity of 17,500. Number nine on the list is still Burnaboy. Zigo Dome Stadium with a capacity of 17,000. And number 10 on the list is still Burnaboy. He sold out the Ahoy Arena, Rotterdam, with a capacity of 16,400. So the entire top 10 is comprised of only 3 artists, and they are all Nigerian. So big ups to Nigeria. Nigeria is doing very well when it comes to entertainment. We are still the giant of Africa as regards entertainment, no doubt about that. With Wizkid and Davido each taking up 1 spot respectively, and Burnaboy taking up the remaining 8 spots. We know Burnaboy doesn't have so many fans in Nigeria, but Burnaboy has been selling out arenas, and this is like A+, yes, when it comes to marking, because Burnaboy scored 8 over 10. 8 over 10 is a straight A. So big ups to Burnaboy. As I've been saying in most of my videos, Burnaboy wasn't joking when he told us he is the giant of Africa. He is the giant of Africa indeed. What's up, guys? Welcome to this wonderful channel. For all the newbies out there, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so as to stay updated whenever we upload all new trending content. Well, still in the entertainment industry, because as I said earlier, Nigeria is the giant of Africa when it comes to entertainment. We'll be doing very well. P-Square, we know they went solo and now they are back together. They just dropped some good singles. From the desk of Mr. P, he dropped this message recently. He said, when a girl gets pregnant, or her friends touch her stomach and say congrats, but none of them come to touch the man's bowler and say well done. Moral, hard work is never appreciated. Only the result matters. Well, we've heard it from the desk of Mr. P or Peter Okoye. Is it really true that hard work is not appreciated? But well, people like Burnaboy, they'll be doing very well. They'll be working very hard. We see Burnaboy shutting down arenas, releasing album. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes hard work is not appreciated, but not every time. Well, seeing in the entertainment industry, let us talk about Emeka the Stallion, Black Bones. He's been doing very well, dropping hits, rap songs. If you're counting 10 rappers in Nigeria, yeah, Black Bones will be on the list. From the desk of Black Bones, he said, not smoking Igbo is almost impossible in this music industry. So maybe that's why we see so many musicians clamoring for this Igbo to be made legal or to be legalized in the country, because they can't do it without Igbo. It gives them the vibe, it gives them the morale, it gives them the energy to perform on stage, and I think it even gives them the wisdom to bring out hot lady. But we should always remember that smokers are liable to die young. We've heard it from the desk of Black Bones. What do you have to say regarding that? Don't forget to drop a comments on the comment section below. Well, let us move on to the United States of America in sports. We have this news that the Yankees and LeBron James buy into AC Milan soccer team ownership. Wow. The New York Yankees and the firm backed by NBA superstar LeBron James are taking minority stakes in Italian soccer club AC Milan, according to several reports on Tuesday, bringing together some of the most prominent properties in sports globally. The move represents a partnership between some of the most valuable properties in all of sports. The Yankees are the world's most valuable baseball team at $6 billion US. AC Milan is the 14th most valuable soccer franchise at 1.2 billion US dollars, and James is the second highest paid athlete in the world with 121.2 million US dollars in annual earnings, all according to Forbes estimate. Wow. So LeBron James now has a share of AC Milan, and we should remember that AC Milan has been doing good. Yeah, they've been doing very well. Because to LeBron James, it's always good to invest wisely. No matter how much you have in life, always invest. That's what I learned from this. Well, let us move on to something, and let us move on to politics. Politics is trending in Nigeria. 2023 is just by the corner. Very soon, we'll determine who will become the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And in less than a month from now, the campaign will start, though it has started gradually. But in a month from now, we'll start seeing the APC, the NNPP, the LP, the PDP everywhere campaign is seeking for support. Well, we have this message from the desk of Tunde Ednut. He said, is London now the new capital of Nigeria? Buhari Hospital, they there. Buhari Doctor, they there. When any politician sick, they go there. Politicians won't do meeting, they go there. Most of their children, they there, they study. Some of their children don't graduate, and they are still there. Most of their houses, they there. So I think it's safe to ask the question, is London now the new capital of Nigeria? This has been trending. Our politicians, most of them are married. They are here in Nigeria hustling, and their parents are, all their parents and their kids, their siblings, their wives are in London. They have houses there. They are living the good life there. And ASU has been on strike for like forever right now, and they've postponed the strike indefinitely. That's why we see most politicians are not even bothered, because their children are there receiving quality education. And at the end of the day, even when they graduate, either they work with NNPC, or maybe those that are in the medical field, they will work at National Hospital, the best hospitals in Nigeria. And the government have been trying to tell the youth not to leave the country, and their children are all in London. They have houses there. They receive medical treatment there. What is the way forward for this country? Well, as I said earlier, 2023 just by the corner, and so many dramas, so much have been happening in the country. Recently, we have this news. We know a lot has been going on around the People's Democratic Party between the presidential candidate of the party, Atiku Abubakar, and Nelson Wike. We have this news that presidential candidate Atiku comes under pressure. He has always been under pressure. That Atiku Abubakar, the People's Democratic Party's presidential candidate, is facing intense pressure from his supporters in the wake of rumors that he has acceded to Nelson Wike's demand that IU, the PDP national chairman, be fired. On Friday, it was reported in Abuja that several agreements were reached during the face-to-face meeting between Atiku and Wike in London. IU should be given a dignified leave and accommodated in the next PDP government when it is constituted, according to what was learned to be part of the arrangement. Atiku was also pressured by Wike camp to agree to allow him to choose IU's successor, who had to come from the southwest zone. However, it is unclear whether Atiku acceded to Wike's camp's demand that he serve for only 1 term in order to facilitate the transfer of power. This will work. We'll be hearing stuff like this. Most candidates will come and tell us after this term, after 1 term, after 4 years, I will drop. But after 4 years, you see the campaign. Well, let us see how it goes. And as I said, there will be so many meetings. Most of our politicians have been meeting in London. We have this news too that Obasanjo meets Babangida and Abdul Salami in Niger. Well, former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has visited residences of 2 former heads of state, General Ibrahim Babangida and Abdul Salami Abubakar. Obasanjo arrived in the Niger State's capital about midday on Sunday. The visitor lasted less than an hour in General Abdul Salami's house before going to the hilltop residence of General Babangida, retired, came amidst political consultations, alignments, and realignments. Well, I think these people, they have who they have decided on who they will support. Some persons are saying P2P because the P2P movement is very strong. And from what Obasanjo have been saying, that he's been complaining about the present government. And we see when Peter Obi visited Babangida, he was welcomed cordially. They were discussing. Well, let us see how it goes. 2023 is just by the corner. And as so many persons have been saying, we should vote wisely. We should vote wisely. Well, from the news from the federal government, we have this news that federal government set to borrow a token of 11.3 trillion to fund 2023 budget, exceeds borrowing limit. Voila, this country. We keep borrowing, we keep asking ourselves, what are we doing with this money and how do we pay back? Because it's always good to have this foresight whenever you are collecting loan that I will pay back. And you need investment. What is our investment? We have oil, we don't have any refinery. We have crude oil, rather, we don't have any refinery. We take it outside, refine it, and then buy it back. And we keep collecting loan. What are we doing with the loan? We don't have any airline to our knowing, Nigeria Airways. We don't have any refinery. Our roads are bad. Insecurities. What are we doing with the money? And everybody is having a good time. Our politicians are having a good time in London. And ASU is still on strike. Court denies Abba Kira bail again. The Federal High Court, Abuja, has again denied the bail application filed by suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kari, and 3 others. Kari and 3 defendants had, in their bail application, argued that new facts relating to the Kuje prison break and alleged threats to their lives warranted their fresh application. Well, we've heard it from the federal government that no bail for Abba Kari. And we should also remember in my last video, I said something about Hush Puppy, that his sentencing will be coming in September. Well, so much has been happening in this country. But the most important thing is for us to vote wisely. Well, let me read this last one for us. Ondo government bans teachers from enrolling their children in private schools. Yes, Ondo government have banned teachers from enrolling their children in private schools. I think there should be a ban too on politicians sending their children overseas to school. If a governor can ban teachers from sending their children to private schools, in other words, they want their children to school in the public schools, whether they go on strike or not, because no private schools, they don't go on strike. So the government has now banned teachers from sending their kids to private schools. They want them to remain in public schools. The same should be done with politicians. They should be banned from sending their children overseas to school. That will go a long way to help us in this country, because ASU strike has always been giving us headache. And still talking about Nigeria with the drama that's happening, that British Airways stops travel agents from paying in Naira, considers flight suspension. So in other words, if you want to use BNR, you have to pay in dollars. Sorry, in pounds rather, and you have to go to the black market to buy pounds, because you cannot buy from the bank. What is the way forward for us in this country? Talking about our beloved country, we have this new that federal government released just 6.3 billion naira for establishment of cattle ranches in Katsina State. ASU is still on strike. Drama need to finish for this country. And from the desk of Mr. President, he said, we won't pay striking university lecturers salaries as consequences for their action. Buhari government insists. So no work, no pay for ASU. And the government just gave out billions of naira to build cow or cattle ranches in the states. Drama need to finish for this. Thank you guys for watching this wonderful channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell notification so as to stay updated. See you soon.